starting to see it more and more now. People just giving up on the booze, man, including our producer, Rebecca.
Hi, my name's Rebecca, and I've been sober for 1 year.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. What is your secret?
Right, share.
Alcoholism.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A lot of people ask me, why'd you decide to stop drinking? And usually I'm like, oh, I didn't feel like it really served me. You know, I'm just doing it for my health, like try to sleep better. But the real truth is I had a drinking problem.
Really?
I did.
And was there one tipping point on a night where you're like, okay, now it's time to stop? Or was it a slow build?
Yes. So I never had a problem consecutively drinking. Like, I was not the person who was drinking every night. I honestly probably only drank like once, maybe twice a week. But my problem was when I drank, I would never know when to stop. I was a huge binge drinker.
Did you not know, or did you know and you just decided to say screw it when you were at that time of like, okay, one more is going to put me over the edge? Or did you really not know?
I knew.
Yeah.
I did know.
Same.
I knew. I knew my limits. I kept pushing my limits. And the thing with having a problem is that it's progressive. So things just start to get worse. And I would have times where I was like, okay, that was kind of crazy. I'm going to be sober for a while. And I would be sober for weeks. And then I would just jump right on the bandwagon again. And I would hit it even harder. And it was turning less fun and becoming more honestly dangerous, because my rock bottom was I woke up one night after drinking. I didn't remember anything from the night before. I had no idea where I was. And I realized that a bartender from the bar had taken me home because I was so drunk and I was alone. And he wanted to make sure I was safe.
And you don't remember getting in a car? You don't remember him dropping you off, taking you to bed? Nothing.
I remember saying goodbye to my friends, that I was going to stay out because this was something I did. I would stay out past my friends because I wanted to drink and meet new people and talk and be wasted, basically. And I don't remember anything after that. He took me. He was really nice. He was gay. He took me home. He laid me on the couch. He gave me a blanket. He put 30 Rock on because I asked him to. Like, it was like the sweetest thing ever. And I woke up and I was like, I don't have my phone. I left it in an Uber. I can't do this again. Like, this is not working. I know that I cannot drink in moderation. I have to just commit to being sober. And I have for a whole year, which is crazy. Who'd have thought? Not me. Not me.
Look at us.
Look at me. I'm pretty sure it's a year because my sober app, I accidentally changed it to seconds and I'm not sure how to change it back.
So you know how many seconds you've been sober?
Yeah, like so far it's like 35 million seconds or something.
Yeah, that's way more impressive than a couple of months, than a year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been exactly a year.
How challenging was it for you in the beginning as opposed to how it is to not do it now?
Honestly, I was so scared by what happened that at the beginning it wasn't hard. It got harder months later because you go through it and you're like, wow, like I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at being sober. Maybe I could have a drink. That's what you think to yourself. You're like, I've been doing so well. I could probably do this again. And that is just the cycle, and you'll just jump right back on the horse. And I knew that. I also got cancer, so that helps.
I was going to ask. I didn't want to bring it up because that's not the focus. But I would think when somebody gets a diagnosis like that, and of course you need to treat your body like a temple when you're going through those treatments. And it was probably at one point easier not to drink because you knew, like, I need to do this for my health and for my life.
Yes.
But when you get that news, I think I'd want to drink.
Well, you would say that, but I do know people that have had lung cancer and continue to smoke through their lung cancer fight.
It's crazy when you go to the cancer hospital and see people smoking outdoors. Yeah, people don't stop. Vices are hard to quit. But no, that wasn't the reason I stopped, but it definitely helped. So after a year, I wanted to share everything I've learned from my first 365 days. And number one, I think, is actually pretty obvious.
You hate working with those.
Yeah, easy to do in your buzz.
Number one, the Bert Show.
Real drunk.
Drunk people are really annoying.
Yes.
Yes, right.
I knew that conceptually, but like I was always drunk when I was around drunk people. So,
Yes.
like, seeing that in real time, like, shut up. Oh, my God.
When I've gone through these cycles also that you initially went through, right? And I stopped drinking around people that were drinking. I was home by 9:30 or 10 o'clock every night, just realizing like, this is not fun at all, man.
With more money in your pocket, too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to last. It's so hard to last. But what helps me is number 2. Being around drunk people while drinking a club soda with a lime, it makes you feel drunk.
Oh,
Really?
like
Really?
you're like drunk by osmosis.
I don't know if like my brain is like just super malleable, but like the placebo effect works really well for me.
Nice.
So if I have a club soda and a lime and I'm like standing next to Mikey who's like, Rebecca, you're so funny, Rebecca. I'm like, I'm on your level. I get that. It literally is like osmosis. Number 3, it's a little bit of a bummer. And I don't want to bring the show down, but it has to be said. Mocktails are always really bad. Are they? They're terrible.
Yeah, they're not the
just so
I've
bad.
never had one.
I've never
Never tried it out.
I have never been able to finish a mocktail because mocktails are just like the most sugary juice that they could think of. Or it's like a bartender throws all of like the old fruit that he has on the bar and just muddles it into a glass of club soda. And it's like, okay, here's your mocktail. Just drink like a club soda or a Diet Coke. You don't have to pretend that you're drinking. It doesn't work. I'll just drink water.
Let's honor Mo here for a second also that he has been mocktail free for a year.
I've been mocktail free for my entire life.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
This brings me to a tip, which is that sober people need to carry cash on them. I have never carried cash in my life. And I know not all sober people like to go to bars, but I still like to hang out with people and go to bars. Bartenders usually don't charge you when you just get like a Diet Coke or a club soda, but then you feel really bad because you're not giving them any money. So I don't rob me because I'm literally carrying cash so I can like tip bartenders for giving me water. That is so important.
Very kind of you and very thoughtful.
Thank you.
And that's only something a sober person would think of.
True. Who would think this? So number 5 is really the hard truth. And that is, I'm not as fun as I was when I would drink. I'm not as fun sober.
Oh, you're not fun, Becca?
No, I'm not fun, Becca. This is something that I really honestly was scared about. I was scared that when I stopped drinking, I would lose like a big chunk of my funness. And the truth is that has happened. I am not as wild. I'm not as spontaneous. I'm not being left at the bar alone and making a huge group of new friends that I don't remember the next day and still have on my Instagram. And I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. My inhibitions are here. They're not going anywhere because I don't have that liquid courage anymore. But the truth is those positive parts of me that came out when I was drinking, they're still there. They're still inside. I just have to work extra hard to bring them out. And I know that the people around me who love me and care for me, they appreciate that and they enjoy that about me. So I like that.
It's been a journey.
Hey, we love sober Rebecca.
Yeah. Club soda on me.
This is a good time again to plug this book that I was turned on to, and I'm not getting an endorsement fee or anything. It's just a very effective book. I think Bart read it also. Kristen's
Several times.
If you are really ready and you're scared to make that switch to total sobriety, This Naked Mind is such a great book. And what it does is it really steals and robs every excuse that you have ever given to continue to drink and proves that what you're saying to yourself is wrong. And it's just the push that you might need. And again, it's called This Naked Mind.
The Bert Show.